everyone! Today I am going to be doing a video that I'm very excited about. I now have my little junk journal, which I still have not started yet, I'm going to be honest. I thought I would have started it by now. I have not. Life stuff has been very hectic. If you're a patron, then you will know my situation at the moment. If you are not though, I will be posting a little update on my Instagram at some point next week. But yeah, I am very much taking things as they come and trying not to overload myself. I'm also currently at the end of about 2 weeks worth of turning my office upside down and going through every single piece of everything that I own craft-wise. So that has been mega stressful. But the outcome of that is I'm now very organised and I cannot wait to start doing more crafty things in here. But yeah, Meg is hosting Junk Journal July. She does Junk Journal July and Junk Journal January. I'm quite impressed I managed to say all of those without messing them up, not gonna lie. But she asked if I wanted to be involved in the collaboration that she's doing with a lot of other content creators as well. And I said yes. In the videos we're all going to be talking about the supplies that we're planning to use. If you haven't heard of Junk Journal July before, it's basically a monthly challenge that's laid out very similar to any other monthly challenge. It's just kind of aimed more at junk journalers, so the prompts are a bit more specific to that, I suppose. If you do any other kind of journaling, you could also use them as well. I will pop the prompts list on the screen so you can have a look at what the prompts are. This is going to be the first like junk journal that I am starting with intent to be a junk journal. If you have followed me a while, you'll know that I have my Smash books. That's where my channel started. That is very similar, I feel like, to junk journaling. You use a lot of like bits and pieces, things you've collected. A little bit different to scrapbooking, where it's more buying collections that go together, I suppose, to document your life. I feel like Smash books are the most junk journal-y vibe that I've done before. I made this junk journal with my lovely friend Ali. She came over to my house with her bookbinding machine and we made notebooks. She brought loads of scrap paper with her. I went through my paper stash and I now have this beautiful little journal. Don't be fooled. The insides of here are very, you know, muted, natural browns, those sorts of junk journal-y vibes, but I am very much Miss Colour. I like my colours. So I thought when putting this together I wanted to make it more, you know, the traditional junk journal vibe, but I knew that me being me, it's not going to stay very browns and creams for very long. So it might be a little different to the classic junk journals that you're used to seeing on social media and stuff. Anyone who knows Meg and her style of junk journaling, you'll know exactly what I mean by that sort of like classic junk journal vibes, which, don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore, but I just can't help myself with colour, so I don't think I'd ever be able to just stick to muted tones. If you are new to me and my channel, this is the sort of journaling that I'm used to doing. I do still need to go through this journal and finish it, but this is my sort of vibe of journaling. This is one of my, you know, documenting day-to-day life journals. So I print off my photos and then decorate the pages basically. But that's my like classic, what I'm used to with journaling. I then have my art journal, which gets a little more experimental, probably the best word to explain it. This is probably more junk journal vibes, but there's a lot more arty paint splodging involved. So I am really interested to see how this kind of transforms into a junk journal style. But yeah, that's the journal I'm using. I will put a little link up in the corner to the video where I spoke a bit more about this and how it came about and all of that. I really wanted to add book corners to this. I managed to find some on good old AliExpress and they would look really pretty on this, but this card stuff that I used is super thin, and I didn't really think that through. So what I might do instead is try and make some out of card. I've gone through my card stash now, so I know I do have some gold card. So I might try and use some of that. I don't know, I'll figure that out as I go. So what I'm going to do for this video is basically go through my supplies. I have a little bucket here. I'm going to go through all my different boxes, show you all the different things that I have, and if anything catches my eye, I'm going to pull it out and pop it in here. So when I sit down throughout the month to add to this, I can just go through here rather than pulling out all of my boxes of all of my things from all of my stash and potentially getting overwhelmed. This is the best way that I've figured out how to do it for me when I'm doing like a monthly challenge. So definitely recommend if you're someone who gets overwhelmed by choice at the start of the month, just go through your stash and pull things out. You can always go back to things if you feel like you've not got something you want. I'm going to start with probably one of my favourite boxes ever. And this is my ephemera stash. This box of stuff is literally that. It's a box of stuff. It is so many random things. There's things I've collected, hoarded, been sent, packaging from things. At the back here I have like bigger things that didn't fit in the boxes. I then have these boxes, so in here I have bits and pieces. I've actually got a spare one as well, just because I downsized, so I got rid of a lot of things and it means I have space for new stuff. That's not just me implying bought stuff, that is space to hoard more things as well if I want to. At the end here I've got basically stuff. So many random bits and pieces. This box has things with phrases on. This is, honestly, it's organised mess in here. I do kind of like that though. It's a bit of a treasure hunt almost for bits and pieces that I might want to use. I'm going to go through that now and pick out a few things to put in my little tray that I might want to use. I did pull up the prompt list just so I had kind of an idea of, you know, the sort of prompts that will be coming up. There's one that's nature, so I pulled out a few animal things. I might not use these, like I don't know what I'm going to use for what. It's just putting things together, so I've got some like options out there. I found some little tabs, I pulled out some of the things I fussy cut. I pulled out this, which is actually from Meg when she sent me some happy mail, but she wrote my name on the envelope and I have ripped that little section out and popped it in my ephemera stash. I pulled out die cuts I have hoarded for so long. I am very aware that the main thing with junk journaling is the fact that you're using junk as such to make the journal and to decorate it, like you're making use of things that would otherwise be thrown away. But I'm going for a mix. I've got all of this stuff that I've hoarded for so long. There are bought things, there are gifted things, there's new things, there's old things. So those are the things I pulled out of my ephemera stash. This box I'm just going to show you because I don't think I'm going to pull things out of here because they are using each other to stay upright. So in here I've got these, which are the Nova acrylic paints. I have these, which are the Faber-Castell gelatos. These ones are the Nova watercolour paints, and then these ones are the Arteza gouache. Don't know how to say that, but I always go to say it as gouache, so probably saying that wrong. Have not used those yet though. Disclaimer on all that jazz, these were gifted, these were gifted, these were gifted. I bought these all myself. I'm going to try to not use any watercolours in this because I'm not too sure on the paper. The thicker card pieces that I've got in here might take it, but I don't know. I'm going to try really hard not to use watercolour. Watercolour is just my paint of choice, so I really want to try to branch out from that. I think I'm probably going to end up using acrylic or the gelatos more, but yeah, not sure. But I thought I'd show you because I am planning to use these. I'm not going to take them out and put them in my little pot because if I take, say, a section of these out, these are all going to collapse inwards, and I'm keeping them neat for now until I actually need to use them. But I'm just letting you know that these are what I'm planning to use. I'm not planning to use these ones. I have this box, which is kind of a mix of things. In here I've got doilies, I've got sticky notes, I have little paper pockets, and like sticky tabs and stuff. The sticky notes I found really hard to go through. The ones I was thinking of using were these ones. I've got a lot which kind of look like paper, but they're not. Well, they are, but they're not. Do you get what I'm getting at? Do you get what they're made to look like screwed up paper, but they're not screwed up paper, but they are paper sticky notes. I'm hoping I'm making sense. So I have these really dinky ones which have lined paper on, and then these ones have grid paper. I'm not going to take a load of these off, I'm just going to take a couple and pop them in my little tray. I've got these little pencil tabs that I'm going to pop in there. I could take one colour and put it in there, or a couple from each, but I don't know which colours I'm going to use, so for now I'm just popping the whole thing in there. Same with these. I haven't used these at all, but I absolutely love them and I hoarded them for so long. They're just little people that kind of like peep out from your page. They're really random. I can't remember where I got them from. They might have been a pen pal gift from ages ago. Genuinely cannot remember, but I love them and I've kept them this long and I haven't used them. So they're going in here and we'll see what I can do with them. Doilies, I think I'm gonna just put a few white ones in. So I've got these little small ones and then I've got, these ones are slightly bigger. I prefer this pattern though. I feel like this is the classic doily shape pattern around the edge. I'm probably just used to seeing this one, which is why I prefer this one. This one has like little stars. I don't know if you can tell. It's just, I like it. I like it, it's pretty, it's cute. I'm also gonna put a black one in. I don't think I want the craft one, I'm going to leave the craft one there. Maybe I'll add a green one in there that's a bit bigger. Pockets wise, I don't think I'm gonna use pockets. Although saying that, I kind of love this spotty one. I might use a pocket. So I'm gonna just pop that there. So this is what we got so far. We're getting a little stash built up. If you're someone who is sat there thinking, I want to do this but I don't have stuff. Like I don't have stuff, I don't have little stashes of ephemera and sticky notes and pockets and all of the things. My advice would be just to start collecting stuff like right now. Have a look through your recycling. Have a look through any sort of things, packaging you might usually throw away and just grab anything you like. Cut bits out of them. Sometimes I'll get an envelope and it will just have like a little postmark on it and I'll just cut that tiny little postmark out and then recycle the rest of the envelope. You don't have to keep absolutely everything, but if there is something that you like, grab it and put it in a box and eventually your boxes will fill up. You really don't have to go out and buy a load of new stuff. In my office sort out, one of the things I came across was a pile of magazines. These are really old issues of Daphne's Diary and In the Moment magazine. Don't know where I got that from. And I've also got some happy newspapers as well that I've kept. These I'm gonna go through very quickly and pull some bits and pieces out of them. There are so many things in magazines that can be used, whether it's text or pattern paper. Like literally there's always something in these sorts of magazines. The Daphne's Diary ones I have been sent, again disclaimer, all of that jazz, been sent these for free. These were sent to me ages ago. I've been sent some of the current ones but I'm not chopping those ones up yet. In terms of magazines, this is one of the really good ones for having like multiple uses once you're done reading it. There's just so many bits and pieces and paper and stuff in here that you can chop up and use like that. That's so cool. So I'm going to go through these now and see what I can find. So out of the pile of magazines, I did cut a few things out. Again, don't know if I'm going to end up using any of these, but they were just things that I like the look of, so I cut them out. I did end up cutting the succulent out from that page. Haven't fussy cut these yet because I don't really want to do that now. I'm not in the mood to fussy cut, so I've cut them out like this and I'll pop them in here. There might be a moment in the month where I just want to sit down and fussy cut, and that will be when I do the fussy cutting, but right now don't fancy fussy cutting, so I'm not going to do it. There are two more boxes I want to go through. There is my stamp box and my large sticker box, which has now become my large stickers and phrase stickers and various other random bits and pieces box. I will show you what I mean. At some point I will do an updated office tour and go through all of these properly. I've got my larger alphabet sticker sheets in there. I've got the not quite A5, like wider than A5 sticker sheets in here. Over this side I have, these I've hoarded for yonks. It's like genuine Victorian ephemera. I paid £4 a pack. I got like 3 of these and it has literally what it says. It's ephemera from Victorian times. Some of them have writing on, which I just, honestly, that sort of stuff, just, I love it. I love it so much. I've got smaller bits of Victorian ephemera in there. Might go through that. All of these in here are kind of like phrase stickers. I do have all my other stickers, like decorative ones, in my rainbow drawers, but I really want to try and not use as many stickers in here. I want to do more like glue stick and sticking of paper than I do using stickers. So yeah, I'm going to have a little look through here to see what I want to pull out. This box has my smaller clear stamp sets in. Again, I have so many stamps and I have sorted through these and got rid of some, can you believe it? So I'm going to go through this box and I'm going to go through this box and I'll show you what I pulled out in a minute. I pulled out quite a few stamp sets. I have this one. The things on here I really want to use is the little sequin stamps. I actually got rid of all of my sequins pretty much because they're just such a faff. I'm not going to use them, I don't think, and if I did, then it's not something that I'm not going to be able to find more of anytime, even if it's secondhand. But yeah, this stamp set has a little circle one, there's a octagon, a little star, and it's also got some little stars and hearts over here, but it was mainly the little stamps on here that I like the look of. I also pulled this one out, which is a load of little borders. I pulled this one out for the doily, but I do love the postage stamps in this. I pulled out this one for the general, you know, florals genericness. I always use florals, that's like my go-to, my default with decorating pages. And then I have these ones, which are texture stamps. I've had these for years. These are one of the oldest things in my stash. Do not ask me why this is yellow, because I don't know if it's ink, I don't know if it's the sun. It is now yellow, but only the top half, so it's just how it's living its life. I pulled out a few phrase sticker sheets and some alphabets, and also some of the vintage ephemera, which was really, really colourful. And I also found these ones in here that I want to show you because this is, we're going to tangent for like a minute, so bear with. So these 3 bits of ephemera that I've pulled out, we have a little Christmas card. There's this, which I wish was still a whole thing, but it's a like cut in half piece of ephemera. And then this one of a dog. These have all got dates on, and as soon as I see a date on something, it just kind of makes it all that more interesting and special to me. On the back, I'm not 100% sure on everything it says, but it says, for dear, I want to say the name is Sunny, but I don't think it is. I don't know. Jenny, could be Jenny, could be... Honestly, it could be anything, I don't know. It then says, with something, something, love, and then it says 1881, which it just blows my mind. Like those sort of dates, like this little piece of card with a little dog on was given to someone in 1881. This little Christmas card says, I wish you a happy Christmas on the front. On the back it says, Amy Rigdon with best love from Violet. At the bottom it says, Xmas 1889. Again, so old. And then this one, again, so wish it was like the entire thing, is meant to be a calendar of the seasons. On the back it's got a printed thing that says stuff about where the moon is, where the sun is. From what I can make out, it says eclipse of the sun, invisible, eclipse of the moon, visible. There's just so much information, I wish I could read it all, but it's obviously been stuck in somewhere, cut in half, and most of the writing's gone, but it's from 1876, which again just blows my mind. It really does. It's just so pretty. Like, it's got the gold on there. It's beautiful. I just love it. So these things, obviously, I'm not going to cut up. I would love to try and put these in a pocket somewhere, maybe. I don't know. They're just old things that I want to hoard forever and ever. So we'll see. Might end up using them, might not. These ones are Christmas themed, so I might save those ones. But this one, it just... I love it. But yeah, so these are the little flowers that I found, and also a tiny little moth. So that is my little starter stash, I suppose you could say. So when I want to sit down and do this, it is all here for me. I've got like a starting point. I don't have to sit down and go, okay, what should I choose out of all of the things that I own in this room? I can just start by going through here, and if I want to pull other things out, then I can do. The other box I'm going to leave on my desk is this one. I want to take a moment to just appreciate the rainbow order that I've organised this in. I did go a little bit crazy with my room sort out of colour coordinating everything. That is the method that I tend to work with when I craft. I go with colours, and I'll always be trying to find different colours that go with one another. So having things organised in colour order massively helps me streamline the process of crafting. So as much as this took time, it is 110% worth it for me. This is my scrap paper box, so it is any bits of paper, any bits of packaging, just kind of stuff, bits and pieces, note paper, things I basically cut down or are already too small to put anywhere else. They live in here. If you're someone who has a lot of paper or has a lot of big paper but tends to use little sections of the big paper, so I've got a lot of 12 by 12 paper pads. Actually, I don't anymore, I got rid of them. But the size of journal that I tend to use is obviously like standard TN size, which is kind of dinky really. A lot of the paper that I use I will cut down or rip down. I'll end up with lots of little bits and pieces, and this is where they get put. So this will stay on my desk, and so will this. And this is going to be my starting point for Junk Journal July. If you haven't seen my office before, I do also have a wall of washi tape in front of me, like behind the camera over there. I'll put a photo on the screen now so you can see what I'm looking at, but it is all in colour order and stuff, so I'm not going to take any particular washi tapes down. It will just be as I'm making a page. If I fancy using washi tape, I can pick and choose as I please from my wall. I haven't done a challenge in ages. I haven't done anything creative particularly in ages either, because I've been in a bit of a slump. I've obviously just tidied my office as well, so everything around me, my surroundings are calm, and I just want to get started with it. So we will see what happens. I cannot guarantee that I will stay on the ball every single day, but I am going to do my very best to do as many as I can, because my brain is not very good at the whole daily thing. I'll be sure to share some photos and stuff over on Instagram. I may do a video, possibly, we will see. But yeah, I'm so excited to get started with this. If you want to join in with Junk Journal July, I'll leave a link below in the description to the playlist of all of the videos in this collaboration and to all of Meg's socials, so you can have a look at all of the information that she's provided for us and links and stuff to where you can find the prompts. If I've missed out mentioning anything, it will be in the description as well, so just make sure to have a nosy down there for everything and all the information you might need. I am taking July as a bit of a breather month. I'm not doing my Patreon in July, just so I can catch up with some things and give myself a bit of a rest, because I haven't paused my Patreon in an entire year. So yeah, it's very much needed. I'll be back over on Patreon in August with some new collage sheets. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you are a patron, then your name will be on the screen now. You guys have been so patient with me the past month or so, and all of my ups and downs. I do genuinely really appreciate the support, and the messages I had after I said I would be pausing my Patreon were just so, like, I'm so grateful, honestly. It means a lot. So thank you very much for sticking by me with it. If you want to get your hands on anything from my shop, that is still open. That is not closing in July. There's the new journaling stickers and stuff on there. They're all available. I've got postcards. I have ephemera. I'll leave a link below to that as well. Yeah, I am going to go now. I'm going to find a space for these over on my desk. I hope you all have a very lovely day, and I will see you in my next video.